there you go. All right,
We're
we're
good.
good.
Heavens,
Now we're
what a
on.
terrible start. Episode, I don't even know at what point
We're on
of
a
the
tear
weekend
now.
scramble. We're trying to figure out what the hell Barry's eating. He's putting something in his mouth that we can't identify what he's putting in his mouth.
The thing about Andrew is he'll be doing something right in front of your face and just completely lie and say that whatever you saw didn't happen. He's the worst gaslighter I've ever met.
Yeah. There's been a time we've been at Subway, and of all people to order a frozen pizza at Subway, the guy didn't heat it up all the way, and it made Andrew physically vomit in his mouth. And I said, "Did you just throw up?" He goes, "No, I didn't throw up." I said, "I watched you throw up just now." But that besides the point, I want to welcome our very special guest, Mr. Evan Hood, the lefty with a goal and a dream.
Sick taps, sick taps.
What's going on?
Golly, I just want to give a shout out to Evan as he was our boots on the ground in Phoenix last weekend. Evan, I want you to give us a deep look into what you saw. It could be as obscene as you witnessed. Give me the full vision of what happened.
Oh man, where do I begin? First off, Scottsdale is gorgeous. I love the town. Loved everything about it, honestly. The event staff, everybody was super nice there.
Evan, I'm sorry. I gotta stop you right there. What are you eating, Barry?
I'm not eating
He's
anything.
eating
Please
something.
continue.
He's
You're
eating something.
That was the most disrespectful. Evan, we're so sorry. We can't treat you like this. Please continue.
No, it's
He's
disrespectful.
talking
You're
with
eating.
food in his mouth. He's got food in his mouth currently.
This is why he can't be on podcast.
Can we kick Bar from the call? Okay, Evan, I'm about to kick Bar from the call.
Crazy.
Evan, continue. More importantly, there's great golf. There's a great town. How is it to get into Scottsdale? Say the weekend scramble boys go to Scottsdale next year. We shouldn't. What tell me is the airport pretty decent? I mean, what's the whole situation like? Is it craziness?
So, flew into Phoenix. Honestly, airport's kind of crazy. It's bigger than you think. You had to take trains to get your rental car shit. It was kind of wild. Yeah. It was kind of a maze, honestly. If I didn't have the guys I was with for the first time, I would have been a little confused for sure. But no, airport's great. Airport's about 25, 30 minutes away from Scottsdale. We had an Airbnb 6 miles from it, from the course. So, honestly, if we had to hike it, we could have. Probably wouldn't have been great in the state we were in when we left both days. But no, so it was like a 10-minute drive from our Airbnb, and we get there, you park, you just walk up, and it is probably miles of vendor tents and just security, just to get from the entrance where the bus would drop you off from a parking lot in there. And when we left the second day, right where we were leaving, the cops for fun were just doing breathalyzer tests. Just having a ball. They were doing it for fun. Not even
Who had the highest blow?
Yeah.
We actually didn't do it. We had our mind on going to grab 2 more 30 racks to end our trip right with some steaks.
So you had your mind right in the right spot. I do have to hear about this absolute legend you told me about on the phone. He drank how many transfusions and what was his total bar tab?
So he was on a kick. He wanted to get this started off right. First off, to preface his alcoholism, he was late getting to Phoenix. He had to go to Portland for work. Portland wouldn't let him fly to Arizona, so he had to go back to Houston, then fly to Phoenix on the same day.
I think I drank about 40 transfusions if I had to go to Portland too.
Yeah.
So he gets in about midnight. We're up 6:30 in the morning. Breakfast, beer, going to the course. And he's like, I'm going to kick my day off right. Well, first we went to the pro shop before play started. And that pro shop it was like a large air-conditioned museum. It was a tent, but it was insane. It was huge.
Did you see the foreplay boys? I saw the video of Beef taking his hat off every time he shook somebody's hand.
I saw that video too. No, I'm sure they were up in a suite in 16, living the high life. I was boots on the ground with the general admission folk in 16. But yeah, pro shop, phenomenal. I mean, everything you could imagine, from flags to koozies to shot glasses to regular golf merch to driver head covers, you name it, they had it. And so we spent most of our time at hole 12, which is the videos I sent Quinn. And basically what we did is they have the best plan. So this crew's been going there for like 3 or 4 years. They sit there on 12. Everybody brings $100 in ones, and you're doing like 3-2-1 bets all day long, and you're betting on the most random crap. Our favorite bet probably was when either strollers or scooters were following crowds, and when they got from one cactus to another, we'd time it and we'd set over under lines.
That's brutal. I thought all these bets were strictly golf based, but I love it.
No.
That's even better.
No, they were anything you could think of, we would bet on.
So tell me the landscape of 16. Like what was 16 looking like? I mean, was it everything everybody says it is?
Yeah, I mean, so when we first walked in on Saturday morning, right? Saturday morning, it's moving day. You're walking past 18. 18 is the first hole you kind of walk into. And so 16's on your left. And you're like, I don't know, maybe a quarter mile, half a mile away. You just hear, because everybody does the mad dash at like 5:30, 6 in the morning, or whenever they open the gates. You just hear the boom of the speakers. I mean, 16, you don't realize this on TV. It's 4 stories high.
They say it seats 60,000 people. That's like a mid-major, not even mid-major. That's like some of the lower level major Division One football stadiums around a
Yeah.
golf course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some Major League Baseball stadiums don't seat as many as hole 16.
That's insane. That is
I was gonna say,
unreal.
that's almost like hitting a tee shot in Minute Maid. I mean,
Literally. Speaking of, I'm doing that next weekend. If y'all need another little celeb guy, those like the upper deck golf where you just like pitch onto stuff. I got
Oh
invited
yeah.
to a client. It's
guys,
gonna
we
be
might. I think I paused. I think I muted Evan. We're gonna have to restructure this guy's contract. We might have to draw some kind of plan up.
Yeah. For real.
But no, Evan, no, that's all awesome, man. I think we need to get you on. I like to declare too, Evan. He's my guy. Weekend Scramble member guest. My first draft pick.
Remember, yes.
I think we get Evan on the March Madness tournament. We find one more player.
No.
I think so.
Yeah,
He's the lefty with the dream.
absolutely.
man.
Wait, I still haven't heard the story about the dude that
Oh
drank
yeah,
whatever
yeah.
Yeah. So basically, he fast forward to where we were. He's like, I'm gonna get my day started right. He comes back with a double transfusion, and I was like, all right, how much did that run you? He goes, $30. It was $30 a double transfusion.
Holy shit.
He ended the weekend with 19 of them.
19.
So that's $570 in just double transfusions at the tournament.
I hope whatever deal he went to close in Portland closed. My God.
It better have.
Yeah, he didn't make it most nights very long.
I was about to say, was he one of the people getting carried out over somebody's shoulder at the end of the tournament? Like, what's going on there?
No, he made it to nighttime and back to the Airbnb, but he did not last long at nighttime.
I'd have to assume that's the gentleman that when I gave Evan the open mic to run the Instagram that day, I asked him to do an outro video, and amidst Evan's outro video, he said some very obscene things that simply cannot be put on the internet. So
Actually, believe it or not, that wasn't even him.
wow, I couldn't imagine this group. I mean,
Did anyone yak on the trip? Did we have any yackers?
Oh yeah, the guy who drank all the transfusions.
Okay, that was my question.
Really?
I
Yeah.
mean, there's a very firm salute to that fallen soldier for his service. I mean, he gave
Look, a
I
man
think
went in with a
it sounds
mission
like
and
he
he
gave
succeeded.
yeah, he gave the waste manager everything he had. You got to respect that.
And this is the same guy. I mean, this guy's a legend. I'm not going to reveal his name because hopefully, maybe if y'all go next year, you'll be with the crew and you'll just get to witness his greatness. His picture in a previous waste management group is a picture of him in the players' lounge at the waste management. He got so drunk 2 years ago, he just started walking. and he found his way into the players' line. So he's just sitting in a leather chair, Mardi Gras overalls, and just sitting, just looking around. That's his picture. Like that's like their group profile picture.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing that's going to get Rory McIlroy more dialed in than a drunk guy in Mardi Gras overalls in the players' tent.
He is the main character. We're just living in his world.
We need to really find out about the security because I'm really starting to question the security of this event. It sounds like things
Well,
just get out of hand too much.
I also love how they
So-
say that they were going to cut back on the drinking at the Waste Management, but this man somehow pounded 19 double transfusions.
And the funny part is he checked his credit card statement when we were leaving. He goes, "Guys, I don't think the tips have hit yet."
No.
He was
Oh
he
my
was
god.
he was in bad shape. No, but honestly, Waste Management security, I will say this: the tournament is as rowdy as you want it to be. If you want to go balls to the wall, nobody's stopping you. If you want to sit on a lawn, on a hole, and just watch some good golf with the fellas drinking beers, you can do that. You can gamble. You can wake up and do the early morning run. Or you wait for everybody to get too drunk on Friday, like we did, and then you hit it for the last half of the day at hole 16. You can make it as rowdy as you want it to. And I think that's the beautiful thing of it. I was sitting next to this group of 6. It was 3 couples from Minnesota. That's how they talked. And by the end of the day, we were sitting there still betting, going through the last rounds. She was so nice. She would hold my spot on the front row of the ledge. She's like, "Evan, I got you. Don't worry about it." She got so hammered by the end of the day, my name was Aaron.
Hell yeah.
she,
They don't call it the People's Open for nothing.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, honestly, everybody was super nice. And like, oh, one of my favorite bets sitting there. we'd be betting if where people were from. We'd yell at random people. And these are all the families that walk by you on 12. They're all players' wives. They have these fat PGA Tour credentials. And we're like, Easter, and we have a wall of beers.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Nobody thought that's where that was going.
Whoa.
I'm just going to say it.
Hold on. We have these walls of beer. We have this wall of beers. And
Oh.
security is like tapping us like, "Hey, don't spill it." And we're like, "Please, we would never spill this." And we're like, "East or west of the Mississippi." And they're like, "Who the fuck is yelling at me?" And then, we just do more dollar bets. But honestly, it was so much fun. So much fun.
I mean, you got some great clips. You got some guys throwing darts, and you got guys getting booed. I'm sure you did some fair share of booing as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. When I got on 16, I was pretty hammered. Friday was definitely more drunk than Saturday at the tournament wise. And I was hammered, but I was locked in on the tee box. Man, I was like, Quinn wants me to get some content. I was like, let me do this. And I've got probably like 6 or 7 draft videos, and I'm like, fuck, that's a bad one. They're like 1 or 2 seconds. And I'm like,
only the prime quality.
but thankfully, the last guy, when I in the group of 3, I finally get a good video. And I'm like, all right, I'm following this ball, dart on the green. I was like, perfect. Now I can stop focusing on this because it was taking a little too much effort on my end.
Well, we appreciate your hard work. I really hope you don't appreciate or you don't expect any payment for these. We are simply not taking out this test. But therefore, that's neither here nor there. Your payment can be free entry to the Weekend Scramble member guest.
I also
member.
Quinn, I see a Masters flag behind you.
That's right. We're
I
coming up on that time.
I got you the Waste Management hole 16 flag.
Uh-oh.
What a
You
guy.
stole it off the course?
What a guy. It's from the hole 16 itself. Evan ran out there and got
I
it
think
for
it
me.
says hole 16. No, it just says 2025.
Yeah, less cool.
I didn't get
Still
the other.
sick.
No, he wanted me to get something, so I got him a little Waste Management 2020.
Nice.
Wow.
That was big time.
That was
Big time for the
clean.
kid. See,
Yeah.
I am a fraud. Straight up a fraud. The only event of flag I've been to that I have a flag for is the Masters. Great one to go to, don't get me wrong. I have a Travelers from last year. I'll now have a Waste Management. Have I been there? No, but hey, I have a flag. You can't take that from me.
I want us to know you haven't been there.
It's true.
They do now.
But that being said, Evan, I do have to ask you, while we got you, you saw the Waste Management, you saw these guys live. Genesis Open. Who's your winner?
Oh man,
On the spot.
I want to say Ludwig because I've seen some clips this week about how he wants revenge at Torrey Pines South, and he hasn't gotten off to the best start this year, and I think this could be the breakout time. Torrey Pines is not built for the short hitters. Ludwig, he's got some speed to him. I think he's a sleeper this week. I'm gonna go Ludwig.
I like it.
I'm going to put you on the spot. You got your winner there. Give me 2 more top 5 guys.
2 more top 5 guys. I'm gonna ride with my guy because I finally got to see him live. I think Spieth is back in form.
Really?
Second start from surgery. Now, granted, Waste Management, he's got like 9 top 20s in all of his starts there, and like 4 or 5 top 5s. It's like his most ever without it, but I have all the faith that the Jordan Spieth magic is back. I'm going to go
And-
Jordan Spieth, and then, God, it's built on long hitters. Like Torrey Pines, like you have to drive the ball long and accurately. I wouldn't be shocked if Rory's back up there. He started strong. He's got his win at Pebble. I wouldn't be shocked if Rory's up in there in contention on Sunday.
Can we lock you in on those 3?
Yeah, lock me in.
Ludwig,
What an
number
electric
1.
back 9 on Sunday if it was Ludwig, Rory, and Spieth. I think viewership would be like blown out of the water.
I do need to hear this confirmation. Ludwig 1, and then Rory Spieth sprinkled in top 5. Can we lock you in on that?
Yeah, lock me in.
There you have it, folks. Clip it. If it doesn't hit, you can Venmo request them at the Evan Hood. If it doesn't hit, so that is our weekend scramble parlay of the week. You can lock that in there. But I mean, hey, what a guy, Evan! It's been awesome to have you, dude. It's funny because we haven't seen you in a minute. We got to get on the links with you.
Yeah,
maybe-
I mean, I haven't played in a while, but I did beat some clients of mine. I hopped on a simulator and I shot 2 over through 15. So the swing isn't as rusty as I think it is. So we'll have to get on that soon.
I don't know if you're prepared for the sweet, sweet, buttery hands of the Andrew Barre, which, by the way,
Yeah.
is going to become a very proficient golfer from the right and left hand side. For those you don't know,
Soon
I
to
don't
be.
know about proficient, but I'm going to become a golfer from the left and right hand side.
I just
Soon to be.
got one more question. Barry, what are you eating?
Not eating anything.
you were eating something.
You were eating
You were
something.
You're eating something, dude. Yeah.
You're such
Thank
a
you
liar.
for coming, Evan. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, guys.
Round of applause for Evan. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for
guys.
coming on our podcast and insulting most of Minnesota for their accents.
That's
And,
crazy. You might also get Venmo requests from half the population of Minnesota, but that's okay.
All right, I can handle 5 people. That's fine.
That's rough. That's rough.
All right, guys. I'll talk to
Thanks,
y'all.
Big F.
See ya.
Guys, he might be a guy. He might be a guy who have to get on contract here once in a
Yeah.
while.
Might be.
Sign him.
That contract might be a payment of like 2.5 years on the course, but hey,
he
we're
can be a
gonna go with that.
1099.
That's honestly
yeah.
all we got to offer him.
I mean, we talked about the Genesis. Guys, Tiger being out. I mean, rest in peace to his mother. I mean, that's tough. I get it. I get why he's not there. I don't know
Tough.
that he's there physically, but
Yeah.
I mean, who are our winners?
It doesn't even make it seem like he's not there physically. I think it's more mental for him right now. Like he just can't. I don't think he says he won't enter a tournament unless he thinks he can win, and
Yeah.
just mentally he does not think he can win right now, which sucks.
Well,
It's
his
honestly
mother
kinda
died this
cool.
week, so cut him some slack.
No, I mean I'm not saying anything wrong about it. I'm just saying it's a fact. It's also kind of crazy. Like if you were watching TGL 2 weeks ago, his mom was just like hanging out at
Yep.
TGL.
Yeah, he
And
looked
then,
up at her
like-
and said, "I'll try not to suck today, Mom." So like,
Yeah.
it's a shame. It's horrible. I mean, I feel for the family. Like that's tough, but I get it. I feel like you see people on the internet give him a hard time, which I think is wild. But
It's crazy.
But
I mean,
how much did we want to see Tiger out at Torrey Pines again? Just we wanted it so bad. We wanted it. But it's all right. We'll have to wait. Maybe Masters. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when do y'all think his next tournament would be?
I would have to hope it's the Masters. I hope Tiger plays in the Masters for the foreseeable future, no matter his status.
Yeah.
I did hear I think next year he's eligible for the senior tour. for
That
the
just wouldn't-
Champions Tour.
That just wouldn't be fair.
I don't think he would do that. I don't think.
I
he
don't
would
think
do
he
that.
would either. Like he's too competitive right now, and I think he thinks his golf is at a too good of a spot to move down right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. If John Daly doesn't go down to the Champions Tour, then Tiger Woods isn't going down to the Champions Tour.
I think John Daly's perfectly content with going to public munis and just ripping darts all
Oh,
day.
absolutely, absolutely,
He says some of the course records he's broken. He's been barefoot, making every 60-footer he saw. So,
absolutely.
but I know there's some wheels turning over there in the right hand corner of my screen right now. And Barry, we got to go to our next segment. Barry's intrusive thoughts. I mean, what is going through the dome right now?
Whoa! I thought we scrapped this segment.
No,
Hold
we
on.
got to know.
No.
We got to catch you off guard.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
got to know.
I'll run you through a series of questions.
Well,
I mean,
my first intrusive thought was I have a left-handed driver in the bag, and I'm not bringing the tool on Saturday, so I think I'm just playing with whatever handed club is in my bag at the time.
so we're just playing driver roulette.
Yeah. Well, no,
Okay.
we're just doing left-handed driver. We're just gonna swing it and see where it goes.
So
That's-
left-handed driver and right-handed every other club on Saturday.
Correct.
Wow.
Lucky for you, we might not get there. So
Fact. It is gonna storm all week.
what are you eating? You cannot say you're not eating
You were
right now.
chewing,
Chewing
something,
something right
You're
now.
chewing something right now.
You're caught in the act. What are you eating?
It's okay if it's your fingernails. I just got to know. A little gross if it's your fingernails, but I get.
There is nothing left.
Oh,
Okay, nothing
What was
left
it?
of what? What was it?
You're the worst.
Someone call Macy. Get her to bust
chocolate
in that.
chips. Oh, take them to
Whoa!
prison.
Wow.
Take them to prison. Okay, next
Jeez.
next part of bars and truth of thoughts. Since I got to control Barry's brain right now, what does the fit look like on Saturday morning with
Oh.
it pending?
You absolutely know the fit. I got two
And I'm
golf.
gonna stop you right there, starting with Griffin. What is the stereotypical Barry fit?
All right, so he's gonna wear a Bob. He's either gonna wear a Bob Does hat or he's gonna wear the hat from the course in Kansas City.
Okay.
He's gonna wear a Bob Does polo because that's all he owns, and then he's gonna wear the sweatpants that he considers golf pants
That's
with
pretty good.
the Puma golf shoes, and then or whatever those golf shoes are, Skechers, Puma. I don't know what they are.
Yeah, I got
Brandon?
the Velcro Skechers rocking their FootJoy. Okay.
Sorry.
Wow.
Brandon, what's your prediction?
Oh, he doesn't have any other clothes. I think Griffin named his entire closet. So
Yeah, I mean honestly, I'm gonna take a video. I'm gonna take a video on Saturday and I'm gonna post it to the Weekend Scramble so the whole world can see that I was 100% right.
Yeah,
I bet he
put that
can
on
guess
the
what I'm going to
story.
wear to the office tomorrow.
I
All
mean,
right, good.
can we put in the link under this pod? For $1 a day, you can clothe this poor young child trying to play
Yeah.
golf. My
50
prediction,
cents. 50 cents you can clothe him.
honestly, make it a dime at this point. But hey, I think there's no question about it. Navy blue shorts, yellow you have a day shirt, blue player's hat, tickets to the bank.
Oh, it's the player's hat for sure.
Yeah, I mean if it's not a cold rainy day, that's 100% in. But I think if the
Yeah.
rain comes into play, the pants are coming out.
I agree. I think it might be a little warm. I think I'm just going to go with actually the navy blue shorts that Quinn speak of now have a hole about 6 inches long in them, so I can no longer wear those.
And I don't think that'll stop you.
I still work out in them around my house, but
That's atrocious that you have been that. But
Oh my goodness.
that being said, let's go around as we're kind of wrapping things up here. Current status of the game, where are we at? How are we feeling? Start off with Brandon here.
It was feeling good when I could practice a little bit more consistently last week, but this week there's no room for practice. There's no daylight.
Just too
It's
good.
work. It's work this week.
Just on the nose of the grindstone. Just getting
Yeah.
after it this week. I get it.
And then that in the rain's gonna stop me. So if I get a break tomorrow, that's probably my only chance besides this weekend. But
Can we
we'll
get a
see.
round prediction for Saturday?
oh man, for Oak Knoll, I'll say what I hope to shoot. I hope to shoot something like let's hope I'll say I'm trying to break 80. Let's do that. Let's try to get into the 70s on Saturday. Let's do that.
I love everything
Cool.
about it. Griffin?
Honestly, my game is in a weird spot because I feel like I'm playing really good golf, but I just have those few holes that I just completely implode. Like last week, I shot 97 with 5 pars.
These things
That's just
happen.
like,
Yeah.
and I think if I can eliminate those, and I think Oak Knoll's a course, I probably can eliminate those blow up holes. So I'm gonna be bold here, and I'm gonna go 90.
There we
I
go.
love it.
All right.
I love
There
it.
we go.
Barry, thoughts?
I am also playing some really good golf. I'm just not scoring as well as I would like. I was in a similar situation. I mean, I had tons of birdie or tons of pars, and I had a birdie last round. Ended up with a 92. Felt like I could have been in the 80s there. So the goal is to be in the 80s on Saturday.
Love it.
You
Nice.
got to be. I mean, we talking 81. We talking 89. What are we doing?
We're not talking 81. That is not in the
You
conversation.
said 80s.
I
You
want
said
to
80s.
whisper to a smooth 88. Okay, I don't want
Okay.
anything crazy.
Okay. Well, hey, I'll finishing up with me. Coming off a good round last weekend. I'm not going to get ahead of myself.
A
I'll
good
be real with
round,
myself.
Quinn.
I'm
That
We're
was a
not even
great
we
round.
didn't even talk about the
Yeah, we haven't
82.
talked about this. We
We
need to
haven't even
talk about.
mentioned
We
the
need to talk
82.
about the 82. We have to do it.
We don't have to.
Tell
No,
us,
Because
tell us
Quinn,
what
we
there's
went
have
through
to
your
do
nothing.
it.
head.
There's
Tell us
nothing
about
good.
walking up to 17 tee box with that in your brain. You got 2 holes left to break
That's
85. What are you thinking?
He
Well,
didn't know.
the thing is, I didn't know because I'm a
You didn't
mental
know?
midget. Hand up, I'm a mental midget. I did not know.
Wow.
Coming off of 2 double bogeys in a row, which is brutal. Thought my round was totally toast. Lace one down the middle in 17. I had two caddies spinning the wheels in my head. Picked the club for me. Managed to hit a good
he,
golf shot into 17.
he also didn't listen to the club choice we chose.
I didn't. I
And he,
hand
and,
up. I didn't. Griffin.
and
Griffin
he
told
hit
me to
it
hit an
long.
eight.
If he would have chose the 8 iron, I think it would have been pretty. It would have been closer.
I did. I said, well, thanks for the input. I'm gonna hit a 7 because it's in my hand, and I did. Two putted, made birdie, big time birdie for that, and then finished up with the 18 and found out we finished right up with the personal best. So I again not gonna get ahead of myself. I'll be thrilled with it between a 89 and 90. Let's be real with myself. I'll probably lace up a 96 Saturday.
Wait,
So
before we're off the subject, can we talk about what you won for that?
I'm gonna call somebody out.
We didn't even talk about that. You skipped over the whole thing. Go ahead.
Hold on. So
Barry called me out and said I wouldn't break 85.
There we go.
here's what happened.
Did I know?
Yo,
No,
defend
no,
Griffin?
yourself.
no. Hold on.
Defend yourself.
Third
Andrew.
party. Third party here. Third party here. What happened was Quinn was like, if I break 85, I'm gonna buy the putter head cover. And I said, hold on a second. I turned to Barry and I said, how about we buy the putter head cover for him if he breaks 85 to give the boy some extra oomph? And Barry goes, I don't think he's gonna do it. So he goes up to Quinn and goes, I mean, I don't think you're gonna do it, but we could split it 3 ways if you want. Barry was preying on that man's downfall.
You know, I'm
Wow.
gonna give him the
No,
benefit of the doubt.
listen.
I'll stop you right there, Barry. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you did want me to. I'm gonna put it in, I'm gonna convince myself that you wanted me to, and that you're just trying to light a fire underneath me. I'm gonna
No,
salvage our friendship and think about that.
let me actually talk you through I mean, it was like some Sherlock Holmes type stuff where things went in slow motion. I was calculating things because I was writing down your scorecard the whole time. So I'm sitting there and Griffin was like, yeah, if he breaks 85, let's buy the putter cover. And I'm like, no shit, he's gonna break 85. He's at like 52 right now. So I'm like, I'm just saying yes to buying this dude a putter cover.
Well, shout out Griffin. Hey, they're guys of their word. They got me a putter cover, but
Hell yeah.
it was an emotional roller coaster. I mean, there was on. I think correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think it was hole 14 or 13. I cut the corner on a par. I mean, I don't know who I thought I was. I was cutting corners and stuff, and hit about a 300-yard drive, 60-yard wedge in, hit it fat. And then immediately I was ready to crawl up into a dark hole and quit for the rest of the round because I was in shambles from there.
No, my favorite hole was great drive, Hazel rocketed the approach,
And that's what I was talking
duffed a
about.
chip, and then chipped in for par.
That was true. Still an emotional wreck from there. Just know it was on the line, and again, not mentally preparing myself for a very mediocre round at a not so tough course Saturday, but we'll see.
One of my favorite memories also from that round is when me and Quinn were like really contemplating an approach shot, and we see Griffin come out of the woods looking just beat down. And he said, that's my third ball in the woods in this hole. I'm picking up and going.
I could not have
Oh,
been
this
in
hole
the
is tough.
it was 11. I could not have
Oh,
been in
man.
the lowest spot in my life after that hole. I shanked my drive to the right, couldn't find it. I just put the ball down next to the woods and said, I'm just gonna hit this 3 hybrid as hard as I could, straight back into the woods. I almost broke my 3 hybrid over my knee. I go to where I think it went in, take my 9 iron, do the exact same thing. At that point, I picked up, I went over to Quinn, I said, I'm gonna pick up on this hole. I said, I've hit 3 balls to the woods. And then turn it around and then sink like a 40-foot putt for par on the short par 4.
It's true.
This game, man, this game just really, really gets me.
I have a real sense of like caution for Griffin's equipment on a golf course because I've witnessed around he hits a 4-iron, kind of anger stresses it over his head, snaps his 4-iron, and then my life flashed before my eyes. I saw him hit that. He hit they have the surrender cobra. He hit the stress flex, and I said, Griffin, please do not snap that 7-iron. You're running. You're losing irons at a rapid pace.
He's only got like 4 of them in the bag. He needs to use that.
I mean, we need to we need to see if we can get some applications for an equipment manager. I mean, this guy's losing wedges. He's the guy only
Yeah,
has
if
like 6 welded.
the owner of Quinn's Hat ever sees this this pod, I am in dire need of a new set. I am down a pitching wedge and a 4-iron.
Tacoma
If
irons.
he ever sees this pod, he's going to be like, that man doesn't look like he needs Tacomos because he snaps them over his neck.
Not
He
necessarily.
looks like
has
he needs a
101
psychiatrist.
He needs a Tacoma 101s. Again, Tacoma.
What you need to
Been
be
there for a
saying is
while.
if Wyndham Clark's therapist sees this, hit him up.
Hit me up.
I think we, as a unit, we need to maybe invest in a good sports therapist. But I mean, wrapping things up too. We go to the weekend scramble parlay. Week 1 didn't hit, but we're good. It's okay. It's okay. We're 2 for 3. Xavier Worthy anytime touchdown hit. Colorado Avalanche plus 1.5 hit.
Was never a doubt.
Was never a doubt there. I do love the Luka over. I think everybody was assuming he was going to have at least 30.
Should have been a lock. Yeah.
I mean, we might have to. It's tough. I mean, you never know with Luka. I mean, he could have 70 or he can have. I mean, he could have 14 where we were at. So,
Yeah.
all good. I guess leading into week 2 of the weekend scramble parlay. I'll start it off with Barre. What you got, Barre?
Come back to me.
He's still eating something.
Joe saw that coming. I'll go over to Griffin. What do you think, Griff?
All right, boys. So we're back in the NHL. The 4 nations face-off is going on. We got Finland, USA, Canada, and Sweden as the 4 nations. So we're going to tomorrow night, USA versus Finland. USA minus 1.5, baby. USA is going to bring home.
USA.
They're going to bring home the 4 Nations Cup, and we're going to show everybody that hockey's an American sport, baby. Let's go.
I love it. Brandon, what do we got?
I think me and Andrew have the PGA Tour bets this week, so I'm gonna go with my PGA Tour bet is gonna be Scotty Scheffler top 5 this weekend at the Genesis. I think he's on a comeback. He showed some fire this past weekend. He didn't get it done, but he showed some fire. You know, swinging the club at the bag. You never really see that side of Scotty. I think he's feeling it. He's coming back this week. He's coming for a top 5 at least.
That's one of those.
I'm going to keep it real with you. That might be one of those that's like minus 600, 650, but you got to have one.
I was going to say it's like betting on the sun to rise.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the one. You got to see the
That's my
ball go
bets,
through the
dude.
net.
Exactly. I bet Luka. I bet Scotty Scheffler. That's what I do.
You got to respect it. You got to respect it. Barre, what are we thinking?
You know, my guy is Tom Kim, but I got to be a little betrayer here. Give me Hideki Matsuyama top 5.
Wow. There's a real. It's just he's a big slow pace guy. Maybe Matsuyama's not a slow pace guy. He's a slow swing guy. Barry's
Slow
a
swing guy.
Barry's
I love the
he's
tempo.
golf purist. He's a big
Yep.
tempo guy. Okay, I can get behind it. So he threw me a curveball there. I thought he was for sure going Matsuyama. Oh, I'll close it down over here. Maryland, Nebraska, Thursday, February 13th. Got number 25 Maryland going into Nebraska. 2 Nebraska. The Huskers upset them at home. You can take it to the bank. That's going to tie us into our 4-legger right there.
I love it.
Nebraska very well could get beat by 30, but hey, you got to put your money where scare money does not make money. So
You had to bring up
Everybody
the
does
odds
not
after
make
Brandon bet him.
I was gonna say I brought him all the way. I'm not a betting man. I go with the lock. I go with the lock every time.
I can't have our parlay be minus 210. It just that just defeats the purpose in my opinion. But
It's true.
I am going to throw out one wild card for the Genesis top
Okay.
10. Ben Griffin. I don't know if you've heard of him.
Whoa,
He's been a grinder on the PGA Tour. I did just listen to a podcast that he was on, and I kind of like the guy. So Ben Griffin top 10. That's my wild card for this weekend.
I think you're a little name biased there, but hey, who am I to judge? But that being said, we got an exciting weekend to come. Bar the weatherman says that no rain will be coming, despite the treacherous radar coming in.
Raindale.
Barry said chance of rain at Oak Knoll Country Club in Han, Louisiana.
Never.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, that's another episode of the Weekend Scramble. We'll see if we go over 4 in our parlay. If we do, it's Barry's fault. We'll see you guys next time.